welcome to the channel. Great Langdale. We're staying at the Old Dungeon Ghyll this weekend. Can you see it? No, you can't see it for trees. Just back there, staying there weekend. Just one walk while we're here. We're off home again tomorrow. And the intention is to do Bowfell. Now, with options. The original plan was to go up in the general direction towards Climbers Traverse, but then fork off to the left before we actually get onto Traverse, and up a route I saw Dave Ossel do, and then come down by a route that I saw Andrew Foster do. Now we'll definitely be coming down that way, definitely I think, but for going up I don't know whether we do that route, whether we actually do Climbers Traverse, or if we just head on up to Three Tarns, which that's proving favourite at the moment, I think. Right, so while we make our way towards Stool Farm, we'll have a look at the route. So as you can see there, once we get to like the top of the band, we're going to be in clag, which, depending on which forecast you believe, either was or wasn't predicted. There's this one that says it's going to be clear all day, and then there's this one from my old friends the Met Office, which actually seems to have got it right. Very surprising. Right, so we'll carry on towards Stool End Farm, and then once Root Farm we're going to head off up the band. Charlie, this way. So we're through Stool End Farm and we've branched off the path that goes that way through Oxendale, and now we're heading up the band. And there's nobody coming this way. There was a few cars in car park when we set off. Must be all off up Langdales. There's nobody coming this way. Nobody in front of us either. Right, up we go. There's some blue sky up there above Cold Pike. Don't know how long it'll last, not long probably. I mean, looking back behind us, back down Great Langdale, Lingmo is in the clag now, and that was pretty much clear when we set off, I think. Or was it Side Pike we could see? I can't remember, it's a long time ago since we set off. That's Pike of Blisco in the cloud, and then over there towards the Crinkles, and up here for us. So that's looking down or up Mickleden, which is our return route. Now if you've seen any of my previous videos that involve Mickleden, you'll know exactly what I think about it. But I've done it this way around because, I mean, we shouldn't, but if we do get into any light issues, I mean, I've got my head torch, but if we do get into any light issues, I'd rather be going down there than down here. Well, so it's still climbing. It goes on a bit, does this path? Right, onwards and upwards. So gradients eased for a bit now. It's relentless coming up there. I'd forgotten how kind of long and, well, it's not steep, not really steep, but it just goes on and on and on. And now if you're into Burkitt bashing, top of the band up there is called Whitestones. That's a Burkitt, it's a branch off to right. I think it's pretty pathless, or I think there was a little bit of a faint trod going off up there. Yeah, that's up to Whitestones, which is a Birket. Right, we're just about to head into the clag now. Lovely. So just while there's a break in the clouds, I don't know if you can make out, just above where Charlie is now, that's the path that goes off to the Climbers Traverse, and 2 of our 3 possible routes. Now, given the poor visibility, I'm just going to stick with what was my preferred route right from the start, and that's just straight up to Three Tarns. So yeah, we'll continue following these cairns up the main path to Three Tarns. So we're not far from Three Tarns now, just over this brow. Just thought I'd show you this bit of a path that goes off down here. That's another way up or down. I've been down there a couple of times. It takes you past Hellgill and is it Warnyside, Force, down that way. That's a good way down. There's a bit of a tricky steep descent by waterfall though. Yeah, right up here to Three Tarns, and we're going to have coffee and a chew up there. So we've arrived at Three Tarns, so we're going to stop for coffee and a chew. Charlie's looking at me now, he's saying, "You've said the word chew about 4 or 5 times and one hasn't materialised yet." So yeah, nice and quiet here. The wind was forecast to be gusting up to 45 mile an hour or something like that. Up on top, well, we're sheltered down. We've got Crinkles that side of us, and then Bowfell where we're going up here. So yeah, we're going to stop for coffee and a chew. If you'd like to support the channel, there's that QR code there. That'll take you to Buy Me a Coffee, our page there. You can buy us coffee and a chew for a future episode if you'd like to help us out. And thank you very much to everybody that has. It's much appreciated. It does help. And as well as that QR code there, there'll be a link in the description. Again, takes you to Buy Me a Coffee. So if you'd like to help us out, that'd be much appreciated. So we're going to stop here, have our coffee and a before we head on up Bowfell. So we're up that steep rocky ascent up there from Three Tarns. A bit stony and loose in places, but no issues. We're not far from top of Bowfell now, but if we'd have come our initial planned route, we'd have come along. There is a very faint bit of a trod along there, so that's the way we'd have come if we'd have followed our initial route. And further up, when we get to Great Slab, I'll show you where you come up if you do the Climbers Traverse, which is a path I can recommend. When we get over there, I'll put some footage on of when we came up that way. It's a great route. I'll tell you about that when we get up to Great Slab. So here we are at the Great Slab. Lives up to its name, isn't it? Now if you do the Climbers Traverse, don't know if you can make out there, because there's a cairn there. You come up here. It's a scramble, but it's an easy scramble. It's perfectly doable, and I can thoroughly recommend Climbers Traverse. There's this footage from last time we were on it. Absolutely brilliant views over Mickleden. Now there is a big drop on your right hand side, but it's a decent path. There's no technical issues on it, no scrambling or climbing or out like that. It's called Climbers Traverse because it's a route that climbers use to get to the bottom of Bowfell Buttress. It's not called Climbers Traverse because you have to climb it. So yeah, thoroughly recommend that. So we're not far from top of Bowfell now. While I was showing you Great Slab, it was clear up here. That's how quickly it's changing up here. Right, onwards to the summit of Bowfell. So here we are on Bowfell. Shame there's no views. I mean, I think if you were a bit higher, there might be a bit of an inversion. I mean, you won't be able to see this. There's some blue sky just blowing past there. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. Right, it's surprisingly quiet up here. Hang on. Oh, Charlie's gone down there. He's had a biscuit. Yeah, surprisingly quiet. That sun keeps making an attempt, doesn't it? Right, so I think we'll get down here and see if we can find top of that path. It comes up just by end of Bowfell Buttress, I think. So we'll see if we can find that, and then might be sheltered down there and we'll stop for our lunch. Now up here it's really tricky today. It's really bouldery, this final climb up to the top, and they're really slippy. I'm surprised because they're like gritstone or something like that. Yeah, really slippy. Right, so we're going to be careful going down and then see if we can find this other path. So we're down out of the boulder field, and I'm glad about that. Them rocks up there were absolutely treacherous, and bits of views keep coming and going, don't they? So this is where we branch off to the right. There is a bit of a faint trod going along here around the top of Bowfell Buttress, and see if we can find this path down. So we're making our way down this path through the crags, and it's quite a distinct path, really. I'm surprised. It's a bit stony and a bit loose, but take your time, take care. It's perfectly doable. I don't know what the views are like from up here. And I've had a change of mind as well. We're going to wait until we get down to the bottom of here before we have a lunch, before we start the horrendous descent by Rossett Beck and then the trudge down Mickleden. Right, we'll continue making our way down here. There's not a right lot to show you, like I say. It's a decent path. It's a bit stony. But take your time, take care. It's perfectly manageable. Yeah, so we'll probably see you when we get down bottom. So we're back on the path now. Oh, it got really vague going into a boulder field, and other side at boulder field we just lost it completely. But I mean, it's a distinct path. So we're down here and onto the main track that comes up from Mickleden and backside of Rossett Beck. So yeah, the three reasons why this path, well, this route, it's one to recommend, but with a caveat. I'll tell you more about that when we get down into Mickleden and I'm bored. Right, down we go. So we're in the col between Rossett Pike up there and, well, I think it's more like it's S Pike up there. And look at that, we've got a view down Mickleden. And I always say that looking down Mickleden and walking down Mickleden are two completely different scenarios. Right, so we're going to see if we can get somewhere down here with a view and have our lunch. So we found somewhere a bit sheltered, so we're going to have our lunch here before we start. I hate this path. The descent by Rossett Beck, the path down there, it's murder on the knees. And then the trudge through Mickleden is just murder on everything. Right, we're going to have our lunch. So we've had lunch, of which I didn't have much. The bread that the sarnies were made of, it was that thick and dense. I don't know if it was, I don't know, rye bread or something like that, but I only had one half of my sarnie and that was it. It was a struggle getting it down. So we're making our way down this zigzag path, which is, it's mainly good, it's mainly pitch, rocky in places like here. And it's not actually proving to be so horrendous. I'm not actually hating every second of it. That's a bonus. We'll see what it's like when we get into Mickleden. Downwards. There we are in Mickleden. GPS is saying just over 1.75 miles to go. Not looking forward to it. I never do coming down here. I mean, the reason I've done it this way around, like I said earlier, was in case we ran into any daylight issues. I'd rather have been coming down here than the band. And it is starting to get a bit gloomy now as well. You see behind me, hills are clear now, just about. Nice view in front of us. Piker's Tickle's clear up there as well. Right, so why did I say earlier that I'd recommend this walk, but with a caveat? The caveat being, do it to the way around. For 3 reasons. First, you get Mickleden done and out of the way, right at the beginning of your day. Second, that path that we came down up to, or down from Bowfell, it's definitely one of them paths that's better for going up than coming down. It's a clear path. But then the third reason is that boulder field where we lost it. It'd be easier to follow the path up to that and through it, because it, like I say, it's a clear path going up to it, than it will be, or than it was for us anyway, coming down it and coming down it and losing it. So yeah, good route if you're just doing Bowfell, or even if you're doing Bowfell and Crinkles, go up this way, use that path. Yeah, good. Right, we're going to trudge down Mickleden and I'll probably see you to say ta-ra. Well, I just happened to turn around because there's some folks behind us. I was going to let them get past before I signed off, and look at that light up there now. That's really nice, isn't it? Oh, here they come. Can you see them just coming around the corner? Right, on we trudge. So they've got past us, and we've about 3/4 mile to go, so I'm going to sign off. I've right enjoyed it. Given my general apathy during the autumn and early winter, it's been good to get out. I've right enjoyed it. I thought with the weather not being perfect, I thought I'd be a bit sulky, but I mean that's marvellous looking back behind us now, isn't it? No, I've really enjoyed it. I'm absolutely shattered now though. It's been the longest walk we've done for ages. It's going to be 8 miles and more maybe when we get back. So yeah, it's been good. Hope you've enjoyed it as well. Now that we've eventually got out and done a big walk up a big hill. Now, day of filming today is Saturday the 20th of December. So I'm going to see if I can get this edited and out for the usual time on Sunday, tomorrow the 21st of December, as my Christmas special, hence the attire, you see. But if not, I'll put a midweek one out. I'll put it out on Christmas Eve. So either way, it'll be out before Christmas. So I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and thank you for watching the videos, and especially to the regular contributors and commenters. It's much appreciated, thank you very much. So I hope you've all been good, and Santa brings you what you want, like a new pair of boots or some socks even. Right, so yeah, hope you've enjoyed it. Merry Christmas to everybody, and hopefully we'll see you on another one soon. Ta-ra!